Welcome back. We're going back into the computer now.
Guys,
Treasure.
the internet's actually united on something for once. How bad the Velma series is.
I'm looking at summon Stitch.
You could summon Stitch.
Yeah, summons are a bad idea, though.
I didn't actually watch the Velma show, but I'm probably not going to at all.
I don't mind Scooby-Doo, but it's not a franchise I dedicate a lot of my time to.
I used to. I loved the What's New Scooby-Doo TV show, and I loved a lot of the movies.
Yeah, but even at that point, those are really old by this point.
Oh yeah, the Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase was like one of the first ones I watched. I'm pretty sure that was like the year 2000, something around there. Best one, my favorite.
Womp womp. I didn't do it. Didn't you, Goofy?
Oh, great, now where are we going? Oh, bike. Are we gonna ride bikes?
I'm gonna ride something like the lights. I think it's called the light cycle.
I didn't touch nothing. Welcome to the game grid.
Game grid?
That's right. You've been chosen to play a few games.
Well, they're all death games, so you know, you lose, you die.
Hunger Games!
Pretty much. But Sora's always kind of got an unfair advantage in these situations, so I don't think he's gonna be hurt from any of it.
Get on with it.
Plot armor.
Also, conveniently, when Sora wins, Donald and Goofy win, I guess. Sora, you don't know what a computer is, yet you can figure out how to ride a motorcycle.
I think there's something wrong here. Theirs doesn't seem like Tron. Is that it?
That was the first one. I think we have to keep going until the game says stop. I think it's like 3. Oh no, I think it was the last one, because now we're just trying to go to that crack in the wall.
All right.
But,
Looks like we can escape from there.
of course, we can't just walk towards it.
No, I gotta make it complicated. Make him crash.
Yeah.
Like that.
Preferably without me doing it too.
Oh, hey, you guys are cheating. That's cheating.
This way. Oh, no, that was not the correct way. How did I get this far away from the hole?
One wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Apparently.
Hey Ryan, are we lost?
It might be.
Oh my goodness, there's like no breathing space here.
Oh, there's the way out. Conveniently, they're not doing anything to stop me at this point. Hey, get back here. Hey!
He got away.
He's breaking the rules.
He's not playing fair.
Oh, hi, Tron. How are you unconscious on the floor and we couldn't see you before? You know, say he just got back here. We had to literally escape through a hole in the wall.
Why are you here?
We came to give you the password.
Why didn't you just transmit the data?
Because Sora doesn't computer.
Yeah, Sora doesn't know what computering means.
Hey, are you okay?
I'll be all right.
Yes, I just made up a verb. Don't come at me. I can't defend myself. Actually, no, Tron's kind of useless until later. I think about the light at least getting me back to my drive gauge.
No. I realize that a lot of my lack of motivation, well, not my lack of motivation, the fact that I don't do things is partially because I make bad decisions. I could have gone to Shoppers earlier to get snacks, but I didn't. I had the time. But Fire Emblem.
I don't even have to do myself.
Bro, Fire Emblem robbed me at least 2 hours of sleep last night.
It wasn't Fire Emblem for me, but I definitely had time. I was like, oh, I should probably do something, but then I just keep sitting there. I was like, no, this is much more fun.
Yeah. Moses!
Come here, cat.
Hello, I'm here for snugs.
Yes.
The data space.
What's gonna go wrong now?
Try. You could at least try going in alphabetical order, like maybe Aurora, Alice, Belle, Cinderella.
Yeah, like what's the order? It could be anything.
Also, Tron, unless you're seeing how they're spelling these words, are you?
He's reading the text boxes.
You know what? He's a computer. He might be.
You can't sit there and tell me that you got this password on try one. No shot, bro. I can't even get some of my passwords right the first time.
Please enjoy a game while the process is running. I'd rather not play a game.
We already are playing a game. I'll just melted beside me. Just solo cat.
So the Heartless are. I'm confused as to how this works. Because the DTB is like it's almost like a set of files and application folders. So wouldn't it make sense? So does this mean like the Heartless, these magical creatures that live in the darkness of people's hearts, are
Part machine.
capable of being like a computer virus? Doesn't look like a thing of them being in cyberspace.
I think the simple answer is we just need enemies.
That's very true. Like it would make I wouldn't be questioning as much if this was like its own standalone world. Like if this wasn't a literal cyberspace within Hollow Bastion. But no, that's not what's going on here. So that only raises some questions. But then again, that's what Kingdom Hearts does. It implies questions.
It creates a system and then breaks it.
Yeah, it doesn't really give any answers.
I'm as good as new. All my functions have been restored.
Why are your functions and subroutines in a highly secure folder though? Shouldn't they be separated from this thing that apparently the master program needed?
Access to the DTV. Our takeover of the system is now complete. I might have anticipated such a simple
Simple password? There is no way you are guessing that in any way, shape, or form.
Let's see how it performs.
No.
Also, is Tron like the system's firewall or something?
Program, you changed the password.
There. That's your
And you
bias.
changed it to something that's infinitely easier to guess.
The MCP's loading a hostile program into the I.O. tower. We've got to protect the user tower.
Tron, you just say
Head
10.
to the tower.
Tron has learned everything.
And now he's viable for the party.
Dude, this is all he's got, but he just learned all of this. It's viable to do like roll in the party. Yeah, I don't feel like going wisdom.
Moses, there will be no clawing of my pants.
Also, this one gets both interesting but also kind of lazy with how it handles dry forms. It just changes source color.
I mean, I guess that's like the simplest of things you can do.
Like even when it turns into wisdom, which is blue, you come to much darker blue all throughout.
It just turns red and yellow.
No, Valor form, the lines go red. Yellow is for master form. But wisdom, you just become a darker shade of blue, so it's almost impossible to tell. Look at all this AP boosts.
Oh my goodness, Moses. Kate's not gonna be happy when she sees that the cat took her spot.
And yet, it's not really a strange behavior of cats.
Cats live by the rule: move your feet, lose your seat.
Pretty much.
Hey, what was that? You? Roll over just to try and bite and scratch me, you? That's it. Lost petting privileges. No more petting. No more pets. He's still purring. That's the hilarious thing. This cat's so confusing. There are these computers everywhere.
I'm sorry, what am I supposed to be looking at with this computer? The knowledge movie just decided it was important. But first, big treasure.
Gaia belt.
I'm guessing this one from there. Yep.
Moses is having a hard time figuring out how to get back on his feet. He's rolling around.
Is it this way?
He gets blocked by the couch. Not this way. There you go, buddy. He's off. He's zooming. He'll be back.
I'm gonna take the scarf off the dog and I'm gonna put it on Goofy. I guess they have my leftovers.
Hand-me-downs be like.
Am I supposed to go back to the user worlds? The point is the computer, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so why'd you point out to the computer if we don't need the freaking computer?
Goofy, not smart.
Yeah, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so we're going to do next round. Okay, so why did we come in here?
They not that smart.
Was it literally just for a save point? Okay, so it was literally just for a save point to justify let's say a boss, but this really doesn't play into much.
I'm disappointed in you,
So
program.
it's just like to say, yeah, we need a halfway point, so here you go.
Because I want to help you. Something written into my code commands me to do what is right.
You live in a computer. Your sense of morality is not necessarily the same as people that live outside.
I can't really say for sure.
Friends, they help each other, that's all.
But here's the little philosophical question. Can a computer have a sense of morality and understand what a platonic relationship is?
Well, Bender can. If you call anything Bender does moralic.
He technically has a sense of morality, and that's Bender is great.
I was about to say, I don't think moralic is a word.
No, I think it's just morality.
I make things up. I make up words that sound like they could be words.
I don't like attacks that slowly. God, I never got the timing right.
I love that. Bender's got a sense of morality, it's just Bender is great.
Pretty much.
Bender is great. Oh, Bender is great. Get him. You know, you guys could also try helping.
And then see, I have in a drive home, so Goofy's nowhere. So, but yeah, Tron could try to help.
Where'd Goofy go?
Whenever you use a drive form, you have to get rid of one of your regular party members. So anytime you use Ballard, Goofy disappears.
Okay. So I guess it would be okay. It's like kind of like an interesting idea. Oh well, I guess if you were to use one, like only one of them disappears at a time.
Yeah, unless it's Master or Final, but you have to have Donald and Goofy in your party for those.
Sora just floating in the air, swinging his sword around like, hoo-yah! Well, hee-hee-haw, he's pit side special and brawl.
I don't think Sora's ever known how to do things. He just kind of swings and hopes for the best.
Yeah.
You're trying to help me out here? Well, quickly, Tron's thing isn't bad, like his final limit thing. Wow, I did a real okay. Well, I was wrong because that really did not do anything to boss.
Now, if only the boss would stand still.
So, do you need to swing your key? Like, just point at it. Cut.
This looks like a really actual fun boss fight, though.
I just wish I had dodge roll.
There goes Goofy's shield, just flying.
Goofy's shield.
Goofy's shield does what Goofy's shield does.
Pretty much.
Use the Smash Brothers moves. Any fan of a game franchise, when you default to saying Smash first. Nah, to be fair, that's me whenever people talk shit about Fire Emblem. It's just like, you guys basically own, like, most people who talk shit about Fire Emblem are literally just replayed Smash and that's about it. We haven't touched a Fire Emblem game.
That was a lot of people. Whenever you complain about crossovers, about specific games, just like, have you actually played the games they come from?
Have you even played Disney?
Granted, anything, the only Fire Emblem character I genuinely have a problem with being in the game is probably Crom. Just because with Robin, there's already representation. With Crom and Lucina, rather.
Yeah, no, both of them I was going to say, because they're literally both just echoes of the same character.
If you had that representation for Fire Emblem Awakening, Robin. He's the most interesting choice. I know he's not necessarily the face of it, the same way Crom and Lucina are, but
yeah, who cares? He's cooler.
He's more so what the character, like, he's more so the interesting rest from it.
Yes. I agree. If we were to cut any, I think the game would be fine with just Marth, Roy, Ike, Robin, Corrin, and Violet. Now, I think Corrin could be dropped because of lack of relevancy after a while.
Same could be said for Roy.
Yeah, but I think, again,
Roy shares enough with Martha. He's not an Echo, but he's close. The moveset is close enough.
he's like Lucas. He's
Yeah.
kind of like the Lucas he's Lucas to Ness, like how, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't speak.
So that's why I say it'd be okay if he was dropped again, because we have a.
I think one of the main reasons they won't, I think one of the main reasons they brought him back was because he was they do like the Melee fans. Like, that's the entire reason why Dr. Mario was kept as a individual slot. Like, in Smash 4.
I just noticed your name has a cat.
What?
One of your neighbors has a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was just distracted. Just looked
There's
up
just a
and
cat in the window in the other building. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, in Smash 4, Lucina, Dark Pit, and Dr. Mario were all originally going to be skins for Marth, Pit, and Mario. But Dr. Mario was kept because they were like, the Melee fans would probably appreciate it more.
Yeah. I was more just thinking, because you can't really cut Marth because he is the face of Fire Emblem as a franchise.
Yeah.
It'd be like cutting Mario or.
Link.
Yeah.
And plus, I feel like, against what anybody wants to say, Fire Emblem has become maybe not a huge face for Nintendo, but it's become a very big face for Nintendo at this point.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's very popular in Japan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tron. Take care.
You too. And give my best to the users.
It's also just weird to me why they took so long to give Fire Emblem to the West, and then it seemed like they were very hesitant to come back to keep doing it, at least until Awakening, because the first game we got, I think, was Fire Emblem 7. Because we didn't actually get the original NES game. We only got it with the re-release, but
I know.
Nintendo's limited time offer of a fucking digital game. Anyways, we didn't actually get that originally.
Yeah.
We didn't get its sequel, which was the original Fire Emblem Gaiden. We didn't get that originally. We still don't have Genealogy or Thracia. But those are technically Fire Emblem 4 and 5, because there was a SNES remake of the original with a sequel built into it.
Yeah.
As 3. And then after Thracia was Binding Blade. Yeah, so that's 6. We got Fire Emblem 7 with the Blazing Blade.
Oh, so Blazing came after Binding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rory's game came out first, then Eliwood's game, even though Eliwood's his father.
Eliwood, the Binding is like the prequel to Binding. Blazing is the prequel to Binding, but Binding came first.
Yeah,
Star Wars!
pretty much.
Yeah, and then Sacred Stones came out. And then the next episode will come out.
Yeah, I don't want to trust Sora in between episodes. We're gonna watch him. We're make sure he doesn't download anything nefarious.
Gets computer virus.
Shit.